Raging Entertainment.
And it's funny because, basically coming across your profile on Instagram, I already had a profile, but I made a new profile for my obsession with movies, basically. Because I have my regular, and then now I have my movie dedicated one.
Right.
So when I went to go, find people in the movie buff world, basically, you happen to be one of them.
Awesome. Yeah, I was the same way. I got my personal account, and then I started this. It's been a few years now when I started this collection page.
Oh, nice. How long have you actually been collecting, though?
Oh, man. I've been collecting. Man, I was in the VHS game back when I was a kid.
Okay.
I had a decent collection, but like 2008 happened, and I had to sell off a lot of it.
Oh, really?
So it was probably like a few years after that I started kind of slowly getting back into it.
Okay.
And probably for the past like 3 or 4 years now is when the steelbook urge hit me, and now it's just taken over my life. So
Yeah, there's a guy that I follow on YouTube. His name's Durant Cinema, like David Durant Cinema. I don't know if you know him, but he's an avid steelbook collector too.
yeah. That's what's probably about easily 90% of my collection now.
Nice. Who do you follow on YouTube wise for movie collecting?
I'm actually just now kind of getting into the YouTube end of it. I've been meaning to start something myself, just to kind of either talk about certain editions. New stuff just pops up so quick. I don't know if I'd be able to just keep on top of it. Basically, is the only thing that's kind of held me back.
Yeah.
But like unboxing stuff, I've been kind of thinking about diving into that.
Doing some unboxing videos.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, because I've been actually thinking of doing another different type of series, so to speak, because I've already been doing one that I call my favorites, and I talk about the ones that are my personal favorites. But then I was going to do something like, let's talk about it, and then the name of the movie, basically, as the title. And speaking of, let's talk about it, do you know this movie?
Of course I know that movie. I'm only alive. What's?
Well, it happens to be one of Ben's favorites, that's for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, because Ben, when he was telling one of our recent guests about music and movies and stuff like that, he was recommending Labyrinth, but I can't remember who he recommended it to. It might have been Durant. It might have been.
I can't recall.
Yeah. What is your fondest memory of the movie Labyrinth?
Oh man, that came. What year did that come out?
Gosh,
somebody's got to know this.
84.
Well, yeah.
Was it?
I don't know if it was 84.
I'm gonna look it up, but
I could probably grab it off my shelf, but you were probably quicker than that.
86. I was close.
86. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I've got the PC in front of me with multiple monitors, and all that. So yeah,
nice.
I'm usually the lookup guy, you know.
Yeah, we had to do that with Durant on his, because he was asking when a movie called Mac and Me came out, and E.T. Like how far apart in years did they come about?
Mac and Me is so awfully great. It's I love that movie.
I love Mac and Me. Exactly. It's so horrible. It's awesome.
Those are the best 80s movies. They're the ones that you just sit there and like, really? Am I really watching this? But okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all aboard.
I think Killer Clowns from Outer Space is one of those too.
Oh, God, I love that movie. I've got like 2 or 3 editions of that movie. I love it so much.
Really? I only have one edition. I never got that Arrow Video Special Edition one, which I wish I did, but I don't have that one. I just have like a standard, Blu-ray case kind of one.
Yeah, I've got the media book from Germany. They did one, and then I think I've still got. I used to have the steelbook that Arrow put out, but I've also got the Arrow. They had a slip edition. I think the slip was FYE exclusive.
Oh, okay, FYE, nice. Yeah, I know FYE. FYE, it sucks because we used to have an FYE in the town next to me called Visalia, and they took it out. And the only closest one is like miles away,
Oh, yeah.
And I don't really travel far, so I just kind of stick to the local areas.
Yeah, I think our closest one's easily an hour away.
Oh, dang. Well, speaking of Killer Clowns from Outer Space, though, are you familiar with the movie Ernest Scared Stupid?
I love it. Why can't I own it on Blu-ray?
Thank you. Ernest needs to have Blu-rays. But I had found out that some of the puppeteer stuff for that movie, they used recycled Killer Clown's outfits.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Those big, just rounded
Yeah.
out faces.
It
Yeah,
was
that
basically
totally
the
makes
heads.
sense.
It was basically the heads, because then they had the little people in the suits playing the trolls, basically. So yeah.
Oh, I love that. I've got several of the Ernest movies. The Scared Stupid and Saves Christmas.
Are my
Uh,
two.
Oh yeah, I love that. But
Oh, yeah,
Ernest
And
Goes
Goes to
to
I
Jail.
Camp.
loved those movies
Goes to
as a kid
Jail.
growing up.
Yes.
Ernest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Ernest was one of my favorites. I love Jim Varney as Ernest, and he did a great job with the Beverly Hillbilly movie as Jed
Oh, yeah.
Clampett. He was
And you know what's
awesome.
funny? Every time I see, and this might make a lot of people mad. Every time I see John Cena, he looks like a muscular
Doesn't
Jim
he?
Varney.
Doesn't he?
Doesn't he? I thought
Yeah.
it was just me.
No, you're not
Every
alone.
time,
You're not alone.
No, especially when he
He-
smiles. I'm like, why can't
Yeah.
we just make another Ernest movie?
Like
Make him lose
seriously, like
weight,
Ernest joins the WWE or something, you know?
Something.
There you go.
Something. It's right there. I suck every time I see him. I'm
I
like,
wouldn't be
it's
surprised if John Cena's like a closet Ernest fan or something, you know?
Ernest. Oh, he's got to be.
Oh, it wouldn't
He's gotta
surprise
be.
me at all. And it's funny,
How-
before, like, he was in the movies Daddy's Home with Mark Wahlberg and, Will Ferrell, he was always told that he looked like Marky Mark in
Really?
the WWE when he first came out and stuff, too, when he was doing his thugonomics and whatever. But
That's hilarious.
and then he actually gets to work with him later on, so that's kind of funny and ironic at the
There
same
you go.
time.
There you go.
Do you have any personal movies that you enjoy the most? Not so much, I guess, favorites, but like ones that you would definitely recommend to people?
I was really, like I was born in the early 80s, so those late 80s, early 90s movies are always my favorite. But like anything like Fly the Navigator,
Oh, same here.
yeah, The Last Starfighter, which I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Love that one.
By the way,
Arrow
Last
edition
Starfighter?
coming out.
By the way, Last Starfighter, I got to do that some of the songs from the soundtrack when I was
Mhm.
in marching band for our halftime show.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How
That's a-
somebody has not out of all the Hollywood movies that they keep rebooting, how they haven't done that one. I would be okay if they did that one because you could just
Dude,
You
Last
could do it
Today's
so
Starfighter,
effects,
well
they
right
could
now.
do a lot with the Last Starfighter.
So
We're not just
much.
talking about like
So
a
much.
reboot. Like they could run with that, dude. You
Oh,
know?
yeah,
no,
they
I
could.
know.
Like they could
I don't
do
know
probably
why
a
they
few
haven't done
movies,
that.
you know?
Easily.
I mean, if they were to redo Tron, I don't know. I don't know if they could. I mean, Tron's a classic, but
Well, they already did a sequel.
yeah,
They
but
could
it's a sequel.
absolutely
I'm
run off of
actually
that.
talking like a reboot of it, like actually
Yeah.
remake kind of thing. I'm saying I don't know if it's possible, but maybe. I'm saying maybe.
Well,
There's
it's
another Tron
possible.
coming.
It's just whether they could do it justice.
Yeah.
Right.
What
Definitely.
movies do you think deserve 4K transfers?
Ooh. They've been doing some 4K transfers that I was surprised about.
We already said Ernest.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
you
right.
go.
Imagine the
Just a
detail
whole-
on
just
that
a
goblin's face. You know,
Right?
in 4K.
Oh,
We just need
God,
we
yeah.
need a Ernest Saga box set. I don't understand why
go.
this isn't here yet.
You know what? That
somebody,
makes sense.
somebody write Shout Factory quick. They
There you
need
go.
to do something. But yeah, I'm just now like the 4K end of things. I mean, I guess probably in the last year, if it comes out and I want it, I'm going to get the 4K versus the Blu-ray. Very few I'm actually buying the 4K to replace my Blu-ray right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah. And see, I'm still kind of sitting back and letting the 4K thing happen because they're still, even unless you wait for like Black Friday, the prices on them are still kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. But sometimes my impulse gets the best of me, and I just grab
Oh
it.
yeah, yes, definitely.
Like this one was kind of an impulse, but I was actually surprised to find it for the price it was, which is Little Monsters.
Oh yeah, I got that one. I love that movie so much.
Yeah, I was able
So
to get it for I think $12.99 at Walmart.
Yeah, I was shocked when they announced that one. I ordered it from I forget who I ordered it from because I thought it was going to be kind of hard to get.
So did I.
But yeah, and then it hits, and I could have got it cheaper on Amazon. Then I went to Walmart, and it's at Walmart. I'm like, really? I could have gotten this for like $10, $12. I think I paid like 15 or 16 or something.
Yeah.
But I was shocked at how many people got that movie. But I love that movie so much. I was so happy to see that get a Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, no, it's one of my favorites. It's like when I saw that The Last Starfighter was getting a new restoration, basically with Arrow Video, because I shit you not, that right before they announced that they were releasing it, basically, I had just bought this like standard Blu-ray, standard.
Yeah.
And I was just like, son of a bitch, really? I got to rebuy it all over again, you know?
Yeah, I've had the
Why not
standard
just get the
Bluray.
physical?
Well,
Or why not
I
get
know.
a
why do you think they do that?
It's annoying though. It's like they know when I'm gonna buy it or something.
I had like a custom slipcover made for my old Blu-ray, and so when I saw that Arrow edition come out, I was really hoping that they would do like a limited, thicker box, do a booklet, a poster. It's kind of come with a little booklet and a poster, but those limited edition Arrows in the hard boxes are so cool. And
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping, I'm really hoping they'll give it a steel version. That would just be amazing.
That would look nice. It's like when RoboCop. I mean, like they already had it out basically, and it already had a really good restoration as it is. But when Arrow re-released it, but in steelbook form.
Yep.
And it was just like they were just re-releasing it, but only just like in a different case cover, basically.
Yeah, I ended up getting the limited and the steelbook because those steelbooks slide right into those limited boxes just great.
Oh yeah. Did you get the limited? Well, it's probably not as limited, but Weird Science steelbook.
Yeah. I got that one. That was a good edition.
It's funny because talking about like how thinking of things might be hard to get. I know you got it too, which is the Friday the 13th box set. I thought that there was only going to be a certain amount that nobody else can grab them, and I was lucky enough to get one. I was so happy to get it because I hadn't owned any of them. Watched them because they were on TV, but never owned them until now.
They never put there was a cool steel box that came out with most of them in it.
Yeah.
That people were wanting like 300 plus for. That was always on my wish list. I kind of hoped I'd just kind of stumble on it on my big local used place, but it never happened. But it never got a good box set until now.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I was the same way. I jumped on it. I was one of the ones that was waiting for the site to catch up because I got it the day they launched it, so I was able to get both those posters that came when you ordered it from Shout. But then I was shocked that it was going to be that Walmart was showing it as pre-order, Target.
Yes.
And I haven't been to a store lately to see if they actually have them in stock, but I didn't remember that happening with the Halloween release. So I was shocked that so many places were saying that it was going to be available.
Well, I hope someday, because I know that each title has like different studios that they're owned by, basically. Yeah. Only like certain ones would get a 4K and certain ones probably wouldn't. Right. Kind of like how Alien, I think it was like 45th anniversary where it got a 4K basically, and which looks amazing, but since now Disney owns Fox, because Fox was the one who owned the Alien movies, basically, we may not get them now because of Disney possibly not wanting to do physical media anymore, basically. And it sucks because one of my favorite movies that's owned by Fox but now owned by Disney is Jack the Bear with Danny DeVito, with a young Reese Witherspoon, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Great movie. If you haven't seen it,
it's ringing a bell. I know I don't own it, but
it's 90s. It's definitely a 90s movie. It's like Reese Witherspoon. She was around like maybe between 12 to 14 years old, around there. Yeah. Really young. And who else was in there? The guy who played Lieutenant Dan on Forrest Gump, he was in there. And I wish I knew the guy's name, but there's another guy that was in The Sandlot. He was the guy who played Babe Ruth. I just can't remember the actor's name.
Oh, yeah.
But he's in it, too, as, like, one of the neighbors.
I got you. I'll have to look. I can see scenes, but I don't know if I've actually seen the movie. I'm probably just picturing the trailer in my head.
You might have seen it, though, because did you ever watch HBO as a kid?
Oh, yeah. HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, all the good ones.
It was on often with HBO.
Of course, I was normally watching the late night stuff, but whatever.
Yeah, Skinamax.
Skinamax.
They actually had some cool shows, though, thinking about it now. Because when you're a kid, you don't think like that. You're thinking, ooh, I want to see naked women.
Right. I almost die laughing. I think it's an Arrow release where they did Frankenhooker.
Never heard of that.
Oh my god.
That sounds familiar.
I ordered it because it's an Arrow release. The cover was cool. I was like, that just sounds hilarious. And it was on like one of their sales. I got it for like $5. And then I got it and I started reading the back and I said, oh my God, that's one of the movies that I saw as a kid at like 2 o'clock in the morning, spending the night with one of my friends. And I used to think,
shit.
oh, what am I seeing? I must be seeing. It is the craziest thing. It's basically like a mad scientist sort of thing. The guy's girlfriend gets killed by a lawnmower accident, I believe.
Oh shit.
And so he has to get hookers off the street just to take certain body parts so he can rebuild his girlfriend.
Oh my God.
It's
That
the
sounds like a
weirdest thing
movie
I've
for
ever seen.
Ben. That sounds like a
Oh,
movie
yeah.
for Ben.
For me, it's crazy.
Well, speaking of like crazy horror movies, there's one that I saw a trailer to, but Ben had mentioned it in one of our previous videos called John Dies at the End.
Have you watched that yet?
John doesn't. I think I've seen
I
that
personally
trailer.
haven't.
Ah, you gotta see it.
John
It's not a
Dies at the
horror
End. John
movie
Dies at the
really, but it's really bizarre.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Those are the best ones.
And then another one I just watched recently was called Slither. Have you seen that, either of you?
Oh, yeah, long
I
time
have
ago.
seen Slither, yeah.
And,
that
and
was
I didn't
years ago.
realize this until I happened to do a little poking around, but I recognize the main guy right away is the same guy who plays Yondu, Michael Rooker.
Yep.
But guess who also directs Slither?
Yep. I already
James
know where you're going
Gunn.
with this. Yep.
Wait, what's your name?
James Gunn.
Oh shit, no way.
Yeah, he directs Slither as well.
I think I remember seeing that and then forgetting until now, basically.
And then, of course, you
but
got the guy that played Mal, Nathan Fillion, and you've also got there's a couple other names in there. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, Nathan Fillion, Michael Rooker. You know, yeah, it's a pretty funny and definitely a bit disturbing one to watch. You know.
Well, I actually have a good question for you because I just recently watched this movie and I want to know if you did see it to get your opinion on it. Mother. Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem.
I saw that movie right when it hit Blu-ray, and I do not remember a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember just being kind of disappointed. The trailer, of course, looked awesome.
Yeah.
It gave off this vibe of awesome, crazy's gonna happen. But I remember just feeling, no, it didn't hit me like I really wanted it to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because I kind of predicted it right in the beginning.
Right?
I did. I predicted it right from the beginning because me and my girlfriend were watching it together, and I mentioned it and trying not to spoil it for people who are watching us, basically. But
right.
But yeah, we were watching it, and I totally called it because right at the end when everything happened, I was like, "See, I fucking told you."
There was another movie that came out right before that movie hit, and it was good, but I can't remember which one it was. But it kind of had the trailer had the same vibes. So when I saw the trailer for Mother, I was like, ooh, it's going to be another one of those. But
oh, was it Midsommar?
Hey, did Hereditary came out before that, though, didn't it?
Hereditary. I think they came about the same year. I think they all came in the same year.
Something.
I could be wrong.
I remember watching the trailer for Mother, and I was like, ooh, that's going to be another one of those. But no.
But when I watched Mother, oh my God, there was like at least 2 scenes in there that I was just like, okay, I didn't need to see that. Like, I didn't need to see Javier Bardem's ass. That's for sure.
No.
I didn't need to see that. You know, that's one thing I did not want to see. Are you a fan of like, say, slasher movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I mean, I know you like Friday the 13th, but
yeah. That's the old school horror is what I kind of came into. The first horror movie I remember seeing, and it was just on accident because I was a kid and I walked in the room while my brother and my dad was watching the Nightmare on Elm Street, the Dream Child one.
Oh.
I just happened to walk in on like the church scene, I think it was, and then I just sat there like this. they were like, hey, you can leave if you need to. And I was like, no, I don't want to. And just from there on out, I was just like, Freddy was my tops for a while.
How old were you?
Oh,
if you can remember.
That easily had to be, I mean, under 10.
Because I was
Yeah.
about 5 years old when I saw, or at least my earliest memory of remembering a horror movie that I've seen was Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right.
It was Freddy. Freddy was my introduction into horror, so to speak, that I can personally remember. If I had seen anything before then, I don't really know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like Freddy. I like Jason. I mean, I like all the iconic, slashers basically. But if I had to pick a favorite, I probably would go Jason.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, his definitely. Freddy kind of. I mean, hands down, out of all the movies, even whether you're talking a Freddy movie or a Jason movie, the New Nightmare for me is the movie. I just loved that movie so much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
New Nightmare.
Freddy.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Freddy definitely kind of went comical, where you had the people around Jason a little comical at times, but Jason never went comical.
Yeah.
But yeah, Freddy definitely. Well, besides like Jason X, that was pretty funny.
That's only because he was in space and there was bad acting.
But yeah, I remember going to the theater and seeing that when it was me and a couple of guys, and when that scene came up where he's in like the hologram and he beats those women in the sleeping bag against the tree. Me and my buddies were the only ones in the theater dying laughing because that was just the greatest thing I've ever seen. It was so funny.
Because when I heard that Jason was going to outer space basically, and then it reminded me, didn't they do that with Leprechaun?
Yes, they did. Somehow he went from the hood to space. I don't know what happened.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we go from space to the hood to space again, and then back to the hood. No, I'm just.
Yep. Yeah, he was all over the place.
Too bad they never did a Jason Goes to the Hood.
That would have been great.
That would have been awesome.
He kind of got there with the
Takes Manhattan.
New York one. Yeah.
That's actually my favorite one.
It was good. I mean, it was good. The name was, the name kind of sounded a little Godzilla-ish, but other than that, it was a good movie.
Well, because earlier today I saw somebody who has a video up that said, Jason Takes Manhattan, an awfully good movie.
Right. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Hey, you never know. That might be the same with like Halloween H2O.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never personally saw that one.
That was the one. H2O was where Jamie Lee Curtis came back, right?
Yep, that's right.
Came back, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I liked the idea behind that. It was a really good idea. And from the beginning, showing that, she had this whole other life, had a kid and stuff.
Wasn't Ice-T in that one?
Ice-T was in...
No, that was LL Cool J was in that one.
Oh, yeah, okay. My bad.
LL Cool J was in that one, and then the next one, who was the rapper that was in the next one? Busta Rhymes. Right. He was in the one after that.
Right.
Yeah, the only movie that Ice-T was in that I can remember was actually I think it was either In the Hood or Back to the Hood of Leprechaun.
Right. Okay. See, like, I enjoyed the whole ending to H2O. Would have been a good ending. Mm-hmm. But which one comes after it? Was it Resurrection comes after H2O? Where's my Halloween?
It might have been. I don't remember. I don't have that box set to really find out.
Hang on. Okay, let's see here.
Oh, what do you know?
Yeah. I love this box set.
I'm actually pulling it up right now as well.
I love the art on it. Do you have this at all?
I don't. I wish.
Yeah, Resurrection. Oh, Resurrection was next.
Yeah.
And Jamie Lee Curtis was in that one as well.
The way that they explained Michael Myers' death at the end of H2O at the beginning of Resurrection, I thought was genius. It was great because at the end of H2O, you're like, okay, that's it. You can't come back from that. Mm-hmm. But then how they explained it, I was like, okay, that's awesome. I don't know why nobody ever thought about that before.
Did you get Halloween, the box set, when it first came out, or?
I did. I lucked out on that one. That was whatever year that came out. I was getting back into collecting, and I think Best Buy was advertising it in their Sunday ad.
Really?
I had no idea it was coming, and I happened to go to Best Buy, and there was 2 sitting on top of the new release thing.
Okay.
And I snagged it. I didn't know I was snagging something that today is like crazy money on the internet. But
yeah, I looked it up on eBay. People are asking for close to $1,000 for that damn thing.
Oh well, I got one for sale now.
I wish. I wish. I only
know,
got I only got the first one on the 4K format and the more recent one. I think it's 2018. Just Halloween, the one that's supposed to be the direct sequel.
Yeah. I got that. I got that recent Best Buy release, the 4K release of the original. Because I think even though I've got that box set, I'm gonna get the steelbooks of this new little kind of saga they got going to kind of have off to the side.
Yeah, some of them have steelbooks. Like Season of the Witch has a steelbook. I think.
Yes.
I think both Rob Zombies have steelbooks.
I know they definitely have a DVD steelbook. They might have a Blu-ray steelbook.
I thought it was a Blu-ray, the one that I saw.
It might be now that I'm thinking about it. They might have had a DVD one too, but I only own those in that box set. So.
Yeah, speaking of steelbooks though and box sets, I know that this one is recently getting a steelbook in December, which is Leon the Professional.
Yeah, another one. Yeah, another steelbook. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my sister got me this for Christmas last year, so that was very nice of her. Thank you.
Yeah,
Patty.
I'm anxious to see the one that's coming. I got the where is it at? I've got that edition that hit last year, I think. And I know
never saw that one.
I got that one through, I don't know if this was a UK or a Germany release. Zavvi may have had this briefly. I'm not sure. I got it off one of the Amazons overseas.
I'm guessing you do shop on Zavvi quite a bit.
Unfortunately, yes.
How often do you use like Amazon?
Before the coronavirus, Amazon UK and Amazon Germany, I was all over them.
Do you happen to have the Princess Bride 4K?
Not the 4K. No, I've got the original Zavvi release on that one, which is just Blu-ray.
Because apparently the 4K you can get from Germany.
Oh yeah?
But through the Amazon Germany.
I got you. Is it a still or is it just a 4K?
I think it's just a standard like slipcover kind of case, you know.
I got you. Because I know Germany had I think 2 media book editions that you can get. I think they're 4K. Okay. Which I really like the art on one of those, but all the text on the outside, of course, is in German. Which
it might be a
digibook.
I don't remember what it was, but I know that they have one on their site for sale. So I was like, ooh, thinking about it, but then it said that they weren't shipping towards me. So I was like, son of a bitch,
yeah. There was a brief window there where Germany opened back up and was shipping to us for like six something. I think the last time I looked though, now it's up to like 12 something to get something here from Amazon Germany.
Oh dang!
So I snagged a few things when they opened back up. Only one of them came damaged, but I got a few of them.
Yeah, the only one that I have like semi-damaged in my collection is actually my Ghostbusters 1 and 2 Steelbook. That was, I think, a Best Buy exclusive.
I think that's the one I have, the combo one. Yeah.
It's where it's got like the black casing but red striping around it.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I've seen that one. Yeah.
That's the one I have. Have you ever seen a movie called Stuber?
That one was hilarious.
Who's in that? Is that what's his face? Oh yeah, I remember the trailer, and I think I listened to an interview with what's the one guy's name? The one that's gonna be in Eternals. What's his name?
Kumal.
Yeah, I remember listening to like a podcast or something of him doing an interview while that movie came out. It looked hilarious. The trailer and everything looked great.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny as hell. Oh yeah, because I mean, you basically have someone who's in law enforcement, and he basically hijacks the Uber driver, and that's how they become.
He does it because he's got bad eyesight.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, okay.
We just got our warning, by the way, for time.
Okay. Well, before
we go,
I got to ask both of you, and I mean both of you, because this is something I'm guessing Ben might have seen as well. Movie called Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
That sounds really familiar.
It's got Jason Statham in it.
It was good.
Sounds really familiar.
I have that steelbook, but it's been a long time since I watched the movie, but I remember liking it.
I've had to shut it off twice because I felt like it was dragging.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I need to rewatch it.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I want to keep the movie or, what. So
I might have
still-
seen that. I've got it in my library, but if I've seen it, it must have been a long time back. Because
it's been a long time for me, for sure.
I think it was like mid to late 2000s that it came out.
Come here,
So,
baby.
and then, Mila. Hi, Mila.
The cat makes the appearance.
Yes.
Queen
I
of the
wouldn't pull
house.
up my dog, but he just left. I don't know what happened. He was here.
And before time does run out, I want to throw this in only because, to me, around this time of the year, I usually like to do my catching up on 80s movies and stuff, and this one's also a classic and favorite, Stand By Me.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the best.
4K. It looks
I love that
amazing
movie.
on 4K, too.
Yeah, actually, I got the 4K and stuck it in the old Zavvi Steelbook.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
I can't get rid of that Zavvi Steelbook. It's too good.
Nice. Yeah. To me, it's just one of those, and it's funny because for the longest time I didn't know that it was based off a Stephen King novel.
Right.
I just watched it so many times, and then when I hear about it later on years, I was like, no shit, because I always thought of Stephen King as like a horror person, basically.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, he's like written so many different types of movies, not just like horror movies. There's like suspense books and thrillers. There's some dramas, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know he had that many.
Wasn't it in like a short story form for him?
I think it was like a short story that turned into
That's right.
The movie, basically.
Yeah.
And I think the short story was called The Body.
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, I remember watching that as a kid, and it still took like a few views because I was super young to even. I was just focused on all the different scenes the kids were doing. Of course, the vomit scene is what stuck in my head as a kid, and the and the leeches in the lake. I swear it probably took like the fourth view, and this is like pre-teen. I was like, oh, they're going to look for a dead body. I never paid attention to that part. I just wanted to get to the train chasing them and the guy
dropping his comb and having to run. Yeah.
I was like, oh, they were going to go look for a body. Okay, cool.
And it's funny how they just call him a fat
way
kid
too long.
when he was just developing.
Right? Yeah.
Or when they're taking guard with the gun, and every like owl that made a
yes,
so sketchy. But I do appreciate you taking the time to join us tonight, man. And
thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. If anybody wants to follow, where can they find you? Social media, we'll link it down.
SteelsRaysand4ks is my Instagram. That's my primary focus for any sort of movie releases, product packaging reviews. I try to keep everybody up to date. As soon as I get the information, I throw it up there.
And of course, the moment he makes a YouTube channel and does get content going, I will be sharing so people can say that they are following you.
Hopefully soon. I'm going to work on something.
Man. Yeah, thanks for joining, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Y'all take it easy.
Have a good night.
Have a good one.
You too.
Come on.
Later.
What are you waiting for? Do it. Do it now. Like and subscribe.